I'm here to grab a chat with Paul McKnight of Vex Robotics. Hi, Paul.
Hi, nice to meet you.
I think people might get an idea given the interesting looking stuff that's happening around us, but perhaps you could explain, what is it that Vex Robotics does?
The obvious first thing is it's a physical platform. So it's Vex Robotics comprises different kits. We have Vex IQ, Vex V5, toolless plastic kits, metal-based kits. But Vex is a complete educational ecosystem. So beyond the kit, we also have free curriculum. We have free programming software, both text-based and drag and drop block-based. We have free teacher certification, and we have an extracurricular competition program as well. So it's this complete educational ecosystem, right from Key Stage 1 through to further and higher education.
And what are you particularly excited to be talking about at this year's Bett show?
So this year at Bett, we're launching Vex 123 and Vex Go. These are our two new platforms. Vex 123 is for students from reception Key Stage 1, and it's all about getting them thinking about computational thinking and computer science and programming away from a screen, away from tablets, so it's very physical based. And then Vex Go is a simplified version of Vex IQ, our Key Stage 3 and Key Stage 4 platform. Vex Go is all about simple machines, simple builds, and then that continuing the introduction to programming that 123 gives, and transitions into this full STEM continuum for Key Stage 1 right through to Key Stage 5.
So what is it that distinguishes these platforms from other resources with the aim of engaging children with STEM subjects?
I think one of the things that makes Vex unique is the completeness of this educational ecosystem. So it is more than just a product. The product works fine by itself, but when you combine it with the free curriculum that's been developed by teachers and mapped to different international standards, when it's combined with the free programming software for the block-based or text-based, depending on the student's age, there's the teacher certification, so teachers they're comfortable with the delivery, how the product and how the curriculum is used. And then this extracurricular competition, which allows students to take what they learn in the classroom, and there's no ceiling to what they can do in the competition. It's that complete involvement and complete continuum that really stands Vex apart from the other robotic platforms and computer science platforms that are available at events here like that.
And what curriculum areas do they cover?
STEM is a big buzzword: science, technology, engineering and maths. Very few things cover all aspects of STEM. Robotics is one that really does, and it does it really well. So yes, we can do science, the practical application of things like forces. You can do a lot of maths in gear ratios, but you can also teach very complex engineering principles, things like full-bar lifts, very simply. As for how it maps into curriculum, design and technology, engineering, computer science, at the higher key stages, but for primary with Vex Go and with Vex IQ, it's really a supplemental system. So teachers are already covering all aspects of maths and science, and using robotics is just a way to really bring that to life for students.
I'm actually interested in knowing a bit more about the coding language that you use for the platforms. How transferable is what children learn to other areas of their learning and even their life?
So the options for programming the Vex products are all around our own system, Vex Code. We have Vex Code Blocks, which is built on the Scratch 3.0 engine, and then we have Vex Code Text. Vex Code Text, you can have options for C++, we're developing Python and JavaScript. So students are using industry standard language. It's something they can learn and use in school, but they can actually continue and use that in a career. So we're never teaching kids something they can't utilise beyond education. It's all about getting them work ready for jobs that at the moment don't exist for some of these students in primary now, and when they were entering the workforce in 10, 15 years, we need to give them the skills that they can transfer into the careers that aren't there yet.
It all sounds brilliant. I have to say, if I were a teacher, I might be worrying that this would push me a little bit outside my comfort zone. So what support is there on offer for teachers who are going to work with these platforms?
So one of the things we recognise is that teachers are a vital part of that ecosystem, and without them applying and using everything we create, the students can't learn. So one of the things we have is online certification. Every teacher can access an online program of learning completely free, and they can work through that at their own pace. We've opened a physical training academy co-located with our offices. Anyone who buys a Vex kit gets access to free training, free CPD. And then we also have an extensive knowledge base online. So help.vex.com has a range of articles, getting started, troubleshooting. Everything a teacher needs to know is available at the click of a button.
I know there are schools who are already using your products and working with them, and students getting to grips with them. What do they tell you about that experience? What's the impact?
It's the impact that makes all of the kind of the hard work worthwhile. We've seen students who have been through the program who had never considered careers in engineering. They've been offered places at Cambridge and Oxford, and we've got students who have now completed degrees, they're working in industry, and their whole career and life has changed because of their involvement with Vex.
And what about beyond the classroom curriculum?
Yes, so half of Vex is delivered in the daytime in classroom in different subjects, but equally half of the use is the extracurricular competition, the Vex IQ Challenge or the Vex Robotics competition. And we have a different game every year. We work with a non-profit called the REC Foundation who design that game, who run that program globally. And we have over 25,000 teams who compete each year through a network of local events, regional events. We hold our national final at the International Centre in Telford, and teams from the UK there go on to the World Championships in the US. And a couple of years ago, a school from London, they were crowned the Excellence Award winner, the highest achievement in Vex, and they were the best in the world. So it shows that the students that are coming through the UK, they can really compete with anyone from around the world.
Okay, well, I can see there's a queue of people who want to find out more about what's happening on the stand, so I'm going to let you get on and do what you came here to do. But very quickly, before I do, for schools and teachers who aren't able to come to the show this week, how can they find out more about Vex Robotics?
So, as with most products, if you check out our website, vexrobotics.com, and that has information on all the different product ranges. For anyone interested in the competition, it's roboticseducation.org, the REC Foundation website, and all the information there on getting started is available.
That's great. Thank you so much for your time.
No problem. Thanks.